Hey everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Wanted to say hi to a few people that are coming in. And after Belvy's chat, I definitely felt the urge to come on here and talk about the reason that brought me to YouTube. Um, and that's the ripple effect in your story. Um, Hey, MJ. She was the first here. She finally made a live. Welcome in, love. Always a pleasure to have you. Cut and shoot. Always a pleasure. I hope you're feeling better. I definitely do. Um, Nils, Sky. Is that Sky? How do you say that? You're going to have to teach me. Harley, Dad. So good to see you, my love. You changed your avatar too. I like it. I like it. Christine Malazzo, so good to see you, love. So good to see you. Sofa King. Every time I see you, I just want to say Sofa King. Leanne, hey boo. The Poon Goon. Leanne, get to know. Thank you for coming in. So good. It's nice to finally meet up with you. I always see you in Steffers. Hey, big ups. Awesome to see you. You cracked me up with your comment earlier. And Nils, if you're going to bed, good night, sir. Good night. And I agree. Purple Rain, so good to see you. Evil Gamer, always a pleasure. I enjoy your lives. I really do. I like to go in there and hang out. You're doing great. It's one of the best out there. C12EH, my boo. I love you. So good to see you. Oh, thank you, Shit Show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Arkansas, my girl, Ark. Steffers, I sent you a link if you're interested. Let me pop up my girl, Miss
What
Watcher.
up?
Hello,
Hit the
welcome.
cash app.
Hit the Cash App.
There was
Rent's
one I
due
was saying
tomorrow.
last night. I don't remember what it was. What was I saying last night? Was going to be my new one.
I have
I
no
was
idea. I
so,
was dead asleep during everything. So
dude, I laughed my ass off so hard last
Kathleen
night.
H, aka Lovey's mom. You know, I ride her for that because that was my dog's name. My last little dog, Havanese. Her name was Lovey. So
Oh, I
stuck
call
with me.
people that all the time. Hey, Lovey.
Snacky little. I love that. My daughter's
Hey,
son.
shit show.
My daughter's son. My daughter's brother. He's
Snacky
uh,
little.
23, 24 now.
I like that name.
But he was always the shortest one. And in elementary, like his head barely hit the fence. That's how little he was. And Jack's on the floor. He is here. He's just pissy.
He'll be growling
Um,
in a minute.
he already was.
Oh,
He wants to get with the boys. And I
yeah.
totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, he was so little that he was like, he always called himself the snack size. And I was like, okay. See,
The
there he
snack
goes.
snack.
Let me get him on the bed. We've got Arkansas.
Arkansas. Jack said, "Get your ass up and put me on the bed, woman."
Sounds like a human.
Jack talking smack.
Oh, he always does. Let me go take care of this demanding man. Hold the fort down, y'all.
Okay, you got it.
I hate it
So,
when I've been on panel and I get used to talking into my headset. I'm over here talking like people could hear me and they can't. I was
you
like,
sound really good right now.
I know. I mean, like in chat just then, I was
Oh,
like, she called her Purple Rain. I was like, aha, she said Purple Rain, but nobody was in there to hear me. You know, I'm not talking to
oh.
nobody. I wasn't. I wasn't on a live, so I was just talking to myself.
Did I say Purple Rain?
You did.
That song's been in my head
Purple rain,
forever.
purple rain. Rain.
Yeah, I've been
Sorry.
singing that. So I thought, Steffers, if you're still around, this would be a good one for you as well. Um, Thank you, Cut and Shoot. Thank you so much. That really means the world to me. Um, for the Cash App. Thank
The little
you.
purple motherfucker.
De-icer. De-icer, about damn time you brought yourself home. Where's your membership, bro? Why don't you have a membership by now? Joking. Love De-icer. Gotta bust his balls.
I know we haven't had a poem in a really long time.
I sent you a link in Messenger, Steffers.
Wait, he writes poems? What the hell?
Yeah. He is very talented when it comes to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I made a poem and didn't even get to hear it.
So I messed up on my last live. If anybody's been asking, because I've gotten a few comments, my dumb ass, I always do it when I want to edit something out. Like when I left the penis up and I only left that part up. I did that this time. So I need to do the opposite of what I want to do.
You did it again? Oh, God.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to go through StreamYard and see if I still have it so I can upload it, edit it, and then release it. So that's my plan. So then it'll be back up. Aw, Kathleen H., thank you for being a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, love.
You're welcome, De-Icer.
Love you as well. I am so thankful for everybody in here. I really am. Especially after I've been told I'm the most hated. So I really appreciate it. I do this all for you guys. Cut and shoot. Thank you. Member for 3 months. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm going to switch this around because normally I have it the other way. And my ADHD is just going to.
Betty Hayward is never
ADHD.
coming in member.
Betty Hayward. Aw, thanks, girl.
Betty Outback
You're welcome
Hayward.
to jump up if you want. Thank you so much. Leanne, member for 1 month. Happy birthday, Kathleen. Is it your birthday, Kathleen?
Happy birthday, Kathleen.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to you.
to you.
You.
Feliz cumpleaños de ti.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy birthday, love. So is that, what birth sign is that? I always get it confused because I'm on the freaking cusp. I can tell you all the others.
I wish I knew what that meant. I don't even know what that is. On the cusp. What the hell does that mean?
I'm
Cusp is right on
the
the edge.
Yeah, I'm on the solstice, the summer solstice. So
I mean, yeah, I don't know how that works, I guess.
Basically, if you go to read your horoscope, I am either a Gemini or I'm a Cancer. So I'm triple fucked.
So how do you get to be both? I'm saying, like, because you're on in a certain dates or something. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the fucking cusp? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Sorry.
When they
Like
both
the last
combine those
date of
dates like
one,
a
the first
transition.
Am I on the cusp? Am I on the cusp?
You are a cusp.
I was born on Thanksgiving. Am I on the freaking cusp?
Yep.
You're
on the
not
cusp
sure.
of Thanksgiving. You're on the cusp
have
of
to
No,
look.
no, I don't trust.
Yes, Kathleen. The longest day of the year.
Cuspy person. I'm just a one-time baller, Sagittarius.
I could see that, cut and shoot. I could see
I can
that.
definitely see that with cut and shoot.
Yeah.
What is that? What did she say? What did
She's
she
a
say?
Taurus.
She's a Toro.
bullheaded.
She's not a cusper.
No, not a cusp.
Aw, Shit Show, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed to have all of you here. Thank you so much.
I'm a Leo. Hear
Thank
me
you.
roar.
Oh,
When
my
I
dad
grow
that
up,
raised
I'm
me
gonna
was a Leo.
rejoin. When I grow up, because mine, I don't think it went through this time. I don't know, because I don't have the
you're
money.
good.
Sorry.
Tennessee Dilf told me the same thing just now. He texted me all worried about it, and I was like, "You're good. You're good, bro."
You good, bro?
Aw, Indy.
I've
See-
been applied for whatever unemployment while I was waiting in between the jobs or whatever, but they just now decided they wanted to process it. But they're talking about $180. What the flipping hell is that going to? I mean, I'm not
For
going to
what?
be ungrateful. But $180 a week? God
week?
dang, boy. Yeah, they
Yeah.
shiesty.
Not very much, is it?
No,
I
because
think-
my car payment is due in my insurance. I'm
The
finna
Virgo.
get that car took or something. It's all finna get took if they don't do better. They've been taking forever. Won't even file my little claim. I had to call them for like 2 hours at a time just to get through to somebody. I hate that shit. Anyway.
I
Yeah.
understand. Well, after having the conversation with Girl Ryan, and this is kind of where I started with my mission for YouTube, and I kind of morphed into true crime, specifically children, depending on what the situation is. I fully believe in the ripple effect. If you haven't looked it up, it is sold on Tim Tebow. Hey, Carol H, so good to see you. Somebody blocked you last week, and it was probably on the last live. It was probably on accident between all the mod wars of timing each other out. So thank you. I unblocked you and saw that, but I want to make sure I acknowledge that. So one thing that helped me get through a lot of my grief was being somebody's, because no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, you can be around a bunch of people that are all familiar and you can still feel empty.
Amen to that.
Yep.
No matter what happens, it's you taking the right steps, finding the right therapist, finding the right purpose. And that's kind of why I thought Steffers would be good for up here, is because the purpose. I started crying on that live when I saw her mom say that, because I've been in that situation. I've even had it told to me again. Oh, thank you, Cut and Shoot, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got Lauren, Aw, In Spirit, Whatever, LV, and Jules, all gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Cut and Shoot. And I lost my purpose when everybody was gone. I left everything behind. And the purpose, you really have to dig inside and find it. And it's not something with the snap of your fingers to do. You really have to dig deep inside. Like me, it was always making people smile. I'm a people pleaser. Hey, Kimmo, so welcome in, love. And I realized at this point I was running a restaurant, and I realized that's just not enough for me. I ended up wanting to be somebody's smile that was my smile. Aw, Arkansas, thank you. You lied. You guess you did go through. Thank you. You didn't have to, Ark. And it was one of those things of where once you find your purpose, like how Girl Ryan said she wants to do her nothing later, that could be her thing. But also to find something that temporarily fixes it to work her way towards that too.
Right.
And that was my purpose, was to go work where those smiles were the only things that I had that kept me going. And there are many times of where, even working in food and nutrition in my organization in the beginning, I would ask the lady walking from the restroom, she'd be leaving, "How was your burger?" And she would go, she'd just start sobbing and hugging me. And she goes, "Thank you so much." Nobody would have ever asked me that. And it means so much. Even the smallest thing that you can do. And that's where the ripple effect comes in. The smallest impact that you can make, even whether it's a smile. And that's why I always emphasize that to smile, don't forget to smile or be somebody's smile. Because you might be somebody's smile that keeps them going.
Yep.
Now, and that's where I ended up moving and going up and through the ladder of the organization. But it doesn't matter if you work behind Burger King, anywhere. As long as you make your impact and find your purpose, that was my purpose, because I filled my own self cup of love at that point, instead of the stressful 9-to-5. Yeah, I took a huge pay cut. I was making awesome money being a general manager, but I had no life. I was not able to be a mom. And I ended up getting a better job, huge pay cut. But I was able to fill that void that I once felt. And that's what helped me the most.
Every time you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings. That's what I think about every time your stuff is going ding.
That's her text. My grandma used to collect bells for that reason. And sometimes it's even like this one time, a lady could not get her granola bar out of the vending machine. So I said, I'll swipe it. And she got her granola bar because her card wasn't working. You would have thought I gave her $100 right then and there. So that's
Girl,
where your ripple
you know, if
effect.
I'm trying to if people stop when there's traffic and they stop and then let me out or to let me in or whatever onto the road,
Thank
you
you,
just don't
Norm.
know how much I appreciate
you.
that. I'm just like, oh, that was so nice of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The littlest things, I swear to gosh, the littlest things.
Thank you so much. And that's another thing.
They
is
really do matter.
one of my employees, she's going through the same type of breast cancer that I went through as a single mom and an immigrant from Italy. I have been one of her advocates to the point of where when I call the office and demand certain things to be done, they think I'm physically a nurse. And thank you so much, Norm. Thank you. And paying it forward is the best self-medicine you can ever do. My first start, though, was also something non-traditional because I had, thank you for gifting another 5 memberships. MJ, you became a member. Get to know you became a member. Gina M, welcome. Dana, welcome. Thank you so much. Beverly became a member. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The best thing that you can ever do is find your niche of what heals your own cup of love, because you cannot pour out and give without filling yourself cup of love and grounding yourself. There's reasons why certain people are still here and emphasizing. There's certain lessons and reasons. Even if it's temporary, you have to look at those blessings in disguise. And what's funny is back when I first started working with her, which I've known her for years, but she just happened to end up being one of my employees. And I always told them my star analogy. Well, this last week, after 5-6 rounds of chemo now, she finally understands it. She stopped dead in her tracks and understood it. Is understanding and appreciating those little moments and those little blessings that actually mean the most. That's why sometimes you see the richest people can be the most miserable, because they're looking at the finer things in life and not the blessings in life, because they're too busy and money causes more problems sometimes. Or materialistic items. Your mind and heart are in the wrong places. So when somebody isn't really going through, and this might sound a little bit crass, but when somebody hasn't really hit rock bottom or have been through some major shit, they'll just say, get over it. You're fine. Put your big bags on. But the minute they go over it and they go through something, it is life ending for them because their life is completely different lifestyle. The basic example is when you're going through chemotherapy. One lady, she was completely fine with losing her hair. She was more upset of losing a toenail than a hair. Everybody is different. And that's okay. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have your own pains and struggles and being vulnerable. It's okay. Because in the long shot, you find out what works for you because nobody else is you. Right. And some people are really upset with losing their hair. Me, I'm thankful enough. I was pregnant. I had too much hormones. Like, I didn't even need to take my Synthroid. I was kind of shocked. I was just a walking atrocity for my doctors. But it comes to the point of where paying it forward is so important in the ripple effect. Because when you do a ripple, even if it's holding a door for somebody, that simple, you might not realize that impact that you made on that person's life immediately. but you might long down the road. And praying for you. Praying for you, Indy. And anybody can say their sorries, their empathies. And it does nothing. That's why sometimes there is no good thing to say except for I understand. I've got you. You need anything? And that's where you have to follow through, is being that I got you. Also, when I've lost too many friends, childhood friends, to unaliving. And I swore after this last one, yeah, C12. They actually knocked me off all of my medication, and the only thing I could take was my Synthroid. I couldn't take it because if I did not eat, once my feet touched that ground, twins were not happy. And I had to eat, so I never took it. Because otherwise I'd be one sick mama, because I was going through chemo and the pregnancy. So I care less of my Synthroid at that point. I just wanted to eat. But never question your good impacts you make on other people, your good decisions, or like you said, Ark, letting somebody get through the line or get through the traffic. Sometimes it's those things that really make a difference on somebody's life, because then it's like, hey, not everything is bad, but it also takes you to acknowledge those little blessings too, if that makes any sense. Do you have any input?
Makes perfect sense. And I think, you know, it's really funny when you have an opportunity to sit and chat on YouTube and look at some people on panels, and then you have an opportunity to be on panels and watch the chat, and you see things from a different perspective, and everybody's going through something. Everybody is. And, you know, there comes a time where you have to make a decision. Do I want to take something seriously, or do I want to make a joke out of it? And I think, like with the situation with Girl Ryan tonight, I got frustrated because she specifically came on there and said, I'm ready to talk about it. And, you know, when somebody's ready to talk about something, I feel like you give them the opportunity to do that. And everybody was coming at her with, you need to do this or you need to do that. No, right then and there, she was just ready to talk about it. Yeah. And she needed to, you know. And
one thing I did notice is a lot of the new viewers in the chat did not realize that this has been baby steps for her to be able to even say that.
Yeah.
And I came in late and I missed it too. And then I probably was being insensitive or something too.
Because
I didn't hear all that.
No.
I did see a lot of comments to where a lot of people were like, oh, she might get grilled for this online. Certain things. We've already been through that. That's why
there's people out there that are going to try to find something to pick apart with certain people and things that they say, because you know what? Hurt people. Misery loves company. And, Amen. You know, if you've got to prey on someone else's weak spots to make yourself feel better, you've got some issues you need to work through. You know, and so, but on the flip side of that, there's also a lot of really good people out here on YouTube that care about other people. And a lot of us are here for the same reason. It's an escape from real life, or it's a way to interact with other people where we don't get to do that on a regular basis because of our circumstances, or it's easier to relate to people behind a computer screen instead of face to face.
You know what's kind of funny that you say that? You know how many people commented on my page, happy anniversary and happy birthday to the twins? A lot.
Yeah.
on my channel. Do you know how many family members did?
None. Yeah. We do. We become like family.
Yep.
And you don't really get to know somebody unless they're willing to take down that guard and be vulnerable. And a lot of people don't, they're not brave enough to be
Oh, AJ,
vulnerable.
you can always welcome.
And so when someone is willing to be vulnerable about what they're going through or what they've been through, I think that sometimes we need to shut up and listen, because you can learn so much from other people. And when we stop and we listen to what someone else is saying, to hear them and not for our response, that's when you are able to take the veil off and see what the need is and how you can start that ripple effect and touch them where it then touches someone else. But
And
we've got to stop long enough to
I
be able to see.
realized, and it makes me think of what you just said. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it made me think of what you just said. Before, because I did lose my mom to cancer and I was going through all of this, I was still trying to digest my own feelings. And one of my customers that I've had forever, she wanted me to support her daughter as a support system, which I always thought, yes, I would love to do that. But am I strong enough to do this? I wasn't there like I wanted to be. I was still trying to cope with my own stages of grief. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself first before helping others, and then you can help others.
Yeah.
And it comes to the point of where now, after I went through what I did, I was sitting there registering a customer, and she's like, I almost canceled everything. I was just diagnosed with I wasn't registering her. My coworker was. And she goes, I was just diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. And it's one of the most aggressive cancers there is. And she goes, and then my coworker snapped her neck and looked at me. And the first thing out of this lady's mouth was, what? Somebody died from it? I'm going to die? The first thought is death. Never be afraid of death. Never be afraid of somebody passing, because in the higher side, they're with you more and out of pain than they would be in their human form.
Yeah.
Sometimes certain things happen because of that, and certain reasons happen. You don't always know right away. Sometimes it'll click 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. But the last thing you want is go down and reflect. I'm a cancer survivor, and I know what you mean. It desensitized me and forced me through fears without being ready. It's like a bad dream, but now I fear going through it again. Keep you in my thoughts. Hope for your treatment to go quickly and painlessly as possible. Now, if you started, not medical advice, but you really have to fight for this, is make sure your steroids are up enough and you demand saline treatments 2 days post chemo if you do it. That will make you feel 100 times better and eliminate almost all side effects. Not medical advice, but it has worked. Oh, girl, that's how I gained all my weight, was those damn steroids. The diflucan. Was it diflucan?
Diflucan?
Diflucan was for my UTIs because of all my steroids with the sepsis. Dexamethasone can kick rocks.
I
But
can't say them words.
I've had so
I,
many of them.
I say talent. I say acetaminophen. How do you say it?
Okay.
How do you really say it?
Acetaminophen.
Well,
Acetaminophen.
well, there you have it.
But don't ask me because there's words I can't say.
See, I wasn't hungry, but I wanted to bake. So I baked all day, every day, all night. I was cracked out. And then I'd have like a day of crashing. And I was food pushing to my whole apartment complex at that time. Oh, thank you, girl Ryan. Thank you.
Do you bake when you're
Didn't
cracked
have
out?
to. Thank you. I sure did. I was cracked out in dexamethasone.
Well, I've never been cracked out, but I do like to bake.
I'd give anything for that energy, just not the weight gain, because I was allergic to my last 12 rounds of chemo and it almost killed me. I almost stroked out every single chemo.
I saw a news thing saying that there's a shortage, like they're out of the chemo drugs right now for people, the main ones that work the best or something, that they're out everywhere, like they have a real big shortage for chemo
That'd
drugs.
Got a
probably
real
be
big
the
shortage on everything right
yeah.
now.
Well, okay then. My
A
bad.
lot of things are out in
Oh, you're
but the main ones they use are adriamycin, cytoxin, and Taxol. Those are the main pumpers.
They said that this one like had, you got less sick off of it and all that type of shit. So I don't know.
I don't know. Taxol is supposed to be the one that you're less sick, but that was the one that tried to kill me and I'm allergic to. The doctors tried to make me stop it, and I said, hell no, I'm finishing this shit. Even though I pretty much coded what a 2-hour chemo treatment should turn into like a 9-hour treatment, but that was my nap time. And C12 brings up a good point. Yes, you have to be your own cheerleader. Oh, I love steroids. It feels so good to not be in pain. It's a sad side effects are bad. Yep. And also, Claritin helps with bone pain. But I took it through all of my chemo to control the bone pain to where now any time my allergies hit, no allergy medicine works. Indy, the best thing to look at that is what I have not been doing. And checkups are important. Staying on top of it, being proactive, catching it early. So if there is any reoccurrence,
I almost feel like I don't want to participate. I mean, I don't need to listen to it 'cause I'm nervous because I feel like I can talk stuff into existence. Like we can think of it enough that to bring it into our lives or talk about it enough. I'm starting to get nervous all the time because I got to go for all these tests coming up too. I'm just nervous.
Well, I think that's normal for your age, though, the test,
yes.
unless you've got
It
something
is.
in particular going on. I mean, it is normal. Like my doctor wants me to go see a cardiologist, and I'm like, "What? I'm not going to." Look, just because the age chart says I'm 46 and this is what I should do, I'm not doing that shit. I ain't doing it. I'm just not paying for it. I'm not doing it. But
That's just the
me.
normal age
Yeah,
checkups.
Oh yeah, I know it's just a normal thing, but I don't want nothing to come of it. I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
Well,
that's the reason
I got
don't-
so much
well,
shit.
think of it this way. Would you rather have nothing come of it or catch it too late if there was something?
Well,
I'll be honest with you. I don't go and have checkups and shit done because I don't want to know.
well, they made me do it just to get my refills for my prescriptions because they said I hadn't been there in a year, so I had to come in for annual, and then he scheduled all kinds of different shit that I've been needing to do. I
I
guess.
just tell my doctor I'm not doing that.
Thank you. Get to know.
If you don't want to give me my ADHD medicine, I took myself off of that shit because there was a shortage on that shit. And I'm not, like I told him, I'm not going through being able to get it 1 month and then not being able to get it the next 3 months. I'm not doing that. I'd just rather be without it. So I have one other medicine that I take, and if he ain't willing to give that to me, fuck it, I'll go off of it too.
I went and they checked my thyroid. Every time I go, I have to get a higher dose. Hashimoto's, and it never is going to be stable. It's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And now I got to get a higher dose, but I couldn't go back and get this other ones because the first prescriptions they could charge me, it ended up being like $40 for all them. And then I still got to go back and get a different one now. So it's just sitting there until I get there one day because I can't do it.
See, I forgot what I was going to say now.
I'm sorry.
I call those
I'm sorry.
potholes. But you don't smoke pot, so you can't call them
Yeah,
potholes.
I don't. Oh, she don't either. Yeah.
Nope. It triggers my anxiety, and I was raised around it, so I've never.
Me too. It makes me have severe anxiety.
Really?
I
Oh
will
my
go into
gosh,
a
it
straight
makes the
panic
world the
attack.
Perfect place
Yeah.
for me.
I can't handle life. I can't function. I feel stupid. I hate it.
Really? Oh man.
I used to smoke chief out like big time, but nowadays I don't know. Maybe it's the stuff is different. I don't know, but I can't do it no more. That shit'll throw me. I try to hit a little bit roach or anything, and I was like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I hate the way I feel.
You know, it is the one thing that keeps me sane. I think it
I know
always
my
has
kids
been.
was always like, "Mom, you need to smoke some weed." they say I
Whenever,
need it bad, but I promise you, it does me the wrong way, opposite.
well, you know, my thing is I can quit. I can put it down and quit. I don't want to. I mean, it's just like smoking cigarettes. I've put them down and quit. I don't want to. We all have to die from something. And while I'm here, I'm going to do what I feel like doing at the moment. And
Yeah.
I feel like I've lived. If I were to die today, I've lived. I've done the things that I've wanted to do, that I've really wanted to do. I've done them. There's, I look back and I've got great memories. I've had a lot of great times. I've been through a lot of shitty times. But I know for me, what lies ahead is much better than anything I could ever experience here. So I just don't, like, death to me does not have that negative, that sad feeling anymore. It used to, until I was able to come face to face and with that fear and let it go.
Yeah.
And so now, like, if I were to have cancer, I wouldn't treat it. So why would I want to know that I have it?
See, I used to have that same outlook, and then I had my daughter.
Well, I mean, my son is 25 and I've got grandbabies, and but they have a life to live. For me, I don't want to put my family through that. Number one, I don't want to go through it. When God says, hey, it's your time, he's going to take me.
Hey, Princess Eileen,
And I'm okay with that. But everybody is entitled to their own perception and what's best for them. I don't push mine on anybody. But people like to go, oh, but what about this? What about? No. For I've thought this through.
Hey, Miss C, what is a pre-endoscopy? What is that? Pre-endoscopy.
Pre-endoscopy?
I don't know how to say it.
Endoscopy.
What is that? What's that?
So a pre-endoscopy is basically a health and physical, where you'll go and get a normal physical and they clear you to get an endoscopy, and they just put you under mild sedation. Mild sedation, where they just put tubes in
a camera
down your throat, a camera, and check for anything that's abnormal. If not, it comes out and just gives the results back to your doctor. The same as a colonoscopy. The endoscopy.
Apparently, I got one of those too coming up.
Is the rear.
I just didn't know what it was. I had no idea. Okay, thank you for that. I sure didn't know what the hell that was.
And also, I think it was also a blessing in disguise, because I had that outlook because of watching my mom go through so much suffering my whole life, because she was diagnosed when I was a year old and it came back. And if I didn't have the twins, I probably would have said, fuck it. I'm living my life and I'm hitting my bucket list. I went through this huge, almost adrenaline rush type deal where I was like, I want to hit all my bucket lists. And my fears kind of went away. I was kind of like, but I was pregnant, so I couldn't do shit. I even had plans of floating in the pool, but I was all butchered up, so I couldn't swim either. But it depends on your purpose and where you're at in life.
Yeah.
You know, like mine was, I've got kids. Your view is your kids are grown.
I don't
You've
have the
lived-
purpose anymore, and I don't know what to do now. That's what I feel like. I
That's-
ain't got a purpose. I'm lost.
That's where you look deep within and find what makes you happy to get your purpose. And that's also part of like the ripple effect. Mine was always trying to be that smile for somebody who cannot smile. No matter what it was, even if they're grumpy as hell or snappy as hell. But I have some cons with it is I have some major dark humor because I've gone through so much. So, hey, Arctic Timberwolf, welcome in. Thank you so much. Because I've been through so much that it's still, how do I explain it? Hard to deal with in another sense because, holy shit, what did I do with my, I fucked up my screen, hold on. Oh, I got it to work, okay. Being somebody's ripple definitely helps when it comes to, or finding something that makes you happy. That you got to really look within.
See, and I'm one of those people that I think that our purpose is laid out through our pain and the things that we go through in life. The things that have taken us down those dark roads and we've come out the other side, you know, those things lend themselves to our purpose. And I can tell you that the things that I thought were my purpose in life ended up not really being what my purpose was all about.
Yeah.
It was the things that I hated the most about my life that ended up, you know, being my purpose. And it was going down in the trenches with people that are in those dark places and just being there. And that's, you know, that's the one thing that somebody can look into my past. They can look into me. I'm an open book. I've been through hell and back, and God made me to be able to walk with other people through hell.
Yep.
That's what he made me for. And do I like it? No, I don't, because I get attached, and sometimes it's hard to let go when it's time to let go. So I don't always like it, but I love that God trusted me enough with that.
Yep.
And it's not up to me to find those people. Those people find me. And when they do, I'm there. I'm solid with that. And it's not always rainbows and butterflies. There's a lot of tears and a lot of heartbreak. But when you've been broken so much, you know that's what God has
Good
put
to
you
see
there
you. Nothing
for.
compares.
You know, and so you learn to continue to sacrifice and pour out of yourself. And that's where the healing comes, is because you're giving out of your need, not your greed, not what you're looking for. You're giving out of what you need from someone else. And he finds a way to get that poured right back into you. And that's where your purpose is. You know, I think hobbies are the things that make us happy. You know, purpose means that purpose to me does not mean that that you're happy and comfortable in that situation. Purpose comes with sacrifice and determination and grit and hard work, and not always loving it, not always liking it, and but persevering through it.
Leanne, that's a good point. My motto is someone in this world is always worse off than me. That is a good point, but also instead of having it as a poor me, be somebody's crutch too. And sometimes that's the thing of where some people automatically assume when people share their stories or what they're going through is a poor me or something is wrong. It's actually sometimes supposed to be empowerment for somebody else that's struggling or understands. And sometimes that's the simple thing is they want somebody to understand. Welcome, Belle. Hey.
I used to question all the time, why? Why is everything so difficult for me? Why do I struggle so much? What is it going to take for me to get out of this position? Why? Why? And y'all, one day, I kid you not, I'm out there fishing and I'm asking this, and it was, why not you? What makes you above going through what I've chosen for you to go through? I need you to learn from this. And I went, what? Well, I need you to learn from this. And then the struggles took on a completely different meaning, and it's like, you want to get through a struggle really quick, start asking, hey, what can I learn from this so I don't end up here again? Or what can I learn from this to help someone else get out of this position?
Yeah. And sometimes that's it, and it's kind of like, it makes me think of like how your parents can dig into you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And in the long run, it's kind of like you have to learn through your own struggles, but also instead of trying to force your opinion on somebody, let them learn themselves, but always be that little ripple of guidance to help them. So when they go to approach something, they might actually put it into like a thought and put it into action. Like, hey, this might be a possibility that would work for me. But it's not always going to happen that way. But I mean, sometimes it is.
Yep. And I think more often than not, we just want to be heard. It's not, and I'm guilty of it myself. Somebody starts talking and I'm like, oh, I've been through that. I want to tell them this. I want to tell them that. They don't want somebody to fix it. They just want somebody to listen.
Yeah.
And I'm so guilty.
Sometimes that's the hardest part, though, is because you can be talking to a million people and telling your story. But when that isn't the fix of somebody just listening, that's when you need to know when you need to go to other resources.
Right.
Because there's been times where I've been in with tons of people and still feel completely alone. And I've been seeing this a lot lately. And it's been the alone versus lonely. And you have to learn to be at one with yourself and be able to be happy alone. The lonely part is only temporary once you realize you've got yourself and you're as strong as you can be as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's almost like addiction. I said that earlier, it's almost like the steps of grief are almost like addiction. It's baby steps. It's admitting. It's getting the right resources. But then again, when it goes to like when I was talking about counseling earlier, I had to go through like 10 of them to find the right one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like some want that person that will just listen, but some want somebody to be like, hey, have you thought about processing it this way? And then that might help it because you don't realize that this is the situations that's going on because it's in the back of your head, but it's not the front. And that's what's triggering your anxiety or your panic or you're upset because you're so busy. You're not focusing on the internal issues at hand that you need to fix.
So, Miss T, how do you feel? You give your experience, I give mine, Watcher gives hers, and I'm sorry, I don't know who's here, but we all give our
Arc.
experience, right? Who is that? Is that Arkansas?
Arc. Yeah.
Oh, Arkansas. Hey, sweetheart. We
I'll
give
be
all
right
our
back.
experiences. Oh, yeah. I listen, we all have different experiences, and you may say, hey, this is what worked for me, and I'm going to say what works for me. And if you and I know each other better, I don't like when people are like, nah, it doesn't work, don't try it.
Mm-hmm.
No, at least try it. Like, don't just say no, it don't work. It may not have worked for you, but please try it. If you try it and then you come back and say, you know what, Wendy, it doesn't work for me. Okay, but at least you tried it, honey. That I'm a little frustrated with tonight because there was a few people that are like, well, it don't work, don't try it, whatever. You're like, for me, and being a medical professional and having more information than other people about her. You know, what I was saying, is it 100% right? No, I don't know if it's going to work for her. I only got to get by what she tells me.
It's almost like when you see a patient and it's individualized care. It's individualized health plan.
Yes, honey.
Plan of care for her. And that's what they weren't getting. That's what they weren't grasping.
Yes, yes. And I had a few people text me and they got frustrated. And I was like, I can't control it. I can only say what I'm going to say. You're going to say what you're going to say. We all, listen, we all have our different experiences, which is the beautiful thing. And we all could say, this is what worked for Miss T. This is what worked for Watcher. This is what worked for Bellevue. This is what worked for Arkansas. That doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else. But we could say, this is our experience, honey. Just try it. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to harm you. We're not putting you in harm's way. And there are, I have to say this, there are things that are divulged that I know that are more harmful to her than therapy or maybe a Lexapro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm on daily meds and I'm not ashamed to say it, but a lot of people see it as taboo.
Oh, but
the minute I'm off of it,
alcohol or drugs are worse, right?
But also when I was off of my meds, I cannot control my panic attacks. I cannot control my anxiety. Mm-hmm. When I get stabilized on my meds, there is no roller coaster of anxiety attacks.
Right. And you have to give it time. What did she say? It didn't help me in X amount. I don't want to give it 3 weeks.
There's 10 other meds that could have worked then.
Right. But you know. Yeah, I know you know. I know Watcher knows. I know Arkansas knows that it takes about 3 weeks for medication to completely stabilize. And look, again.
Just as leaving your body, it's the same way.
Right. I'm not the brightest bulb in the fucking box, but I've been a nurse for 35 years. And I can say, and my own personal opinion, my own experience, not opinion, it does take a few weeks. The medication has to build up for everything in your brain to start being like, okay, you know, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. Guys, we have to wait at least a few weeks and let it kick in.
Baby steps.
Yeah, I don't want people hurting.
That's the thing, is a lot of people see it as they want, too many people are impatient and they want the fix right now.
Yes.
And that's why drugs and alcohol are the most go-to, because it's the immediate fix. But when you wake up, you feel 10 times worse because they're all depressants.
So now do you see why I was saying, please try therapy and medication?
I was saying the same thing.
And alcohol. You know?
But it's finding the right therapist and the right meds.
Yes, men could go to the woods. Women aren't not all women. Maybe Watcher. I think she said she'd go to the woods, which I love, or Arkansas. But not many women are going to go to the woods and fish and do everything to get healthy. Most of us, we need that therapy talking. And you're right. I was lucky. The first one I found was good. But you know what? It might take 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10, like you said. You find the right therapist, then the psychiatrist comes in, you get on the right medication. I have to tell you, I disagree. I've seen too much with psychiatrists throwing meds at people where they're like zombies. No, I'm not talking about zombie meds. I'm talking about let's function through life. Let's be able to get through a day without crying. Let's get through a day where we could get out of bed. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, you start baby steps with getting out of bed, going and doing one thing a day that sounds like pleasurable. Like me, it was walking the bridge, sitting by the water. Little by little, once a day, do something that is pleasurable, and then it becomes normal. And then little by little. Now, when it comes to something like Girl Ryan and the loss of somebody, that pain will never go away. You just learn to live with it a little bit easier each year. The holidays and the anniversaries really suck ass. I'm not going to lie, but you learn to enjoy the moments and the blessings and the time that you had a little bit more. But there's always two roads because people can either go bitter or be grateful. And you have to make that hard decision because sometimes bitter is a lot easier than being grateful for the time that you had.
1000%. I agree. I haven't lost a child. I did lose Michael, and I have to say, I tried Wellbutrin, and within a couple of weeks, I don't want to say the word, but I was beyond my brain cells. I had to stop it. And then I swore never again. So for 8 years, this is where I'm coming from. For 8 years, I suffered. And not until I was 50, I said, oh, let me take meds. Or 45, I said, let me do therapy. Then at 50, I took meds. It breaks my heart because I don't want to see anybody, especially younger than me, even my age. I don't want to see anybody suffering longer than they need to. So if you could tell your story, Miss T, and Watcher and me and Arkansas, we could tell our story. No, I've never lost a child. Let me tell you something, honey. I don't know, even if it's not my child and somebody, a youngin in my family, I don't know how I would handle it. And that's a true statement. All I could say is somebody died on me, and it was a huge, at 32, huge thing on me. And I let 8 years of my life just dissipate, meaning gaining weight, not getting out of bed, not doing anything but working, had no life. There was 8 years of my life I lost. I don't want to see that for anybody. Nobody,
And the best thing that somebody can do is just be a ripple. And that's where that made me want to do this live, is ripple effect. Being a ripple in somebody's life, not necessarily giving advice or saying what to do or not to do. It's as simple as smiling, shaking a hand, giving a hug, picking something up off the floor that they dropped. The common courtesy and manners that everybody should have that don't have anymore.
A smile, a hug. Let's share our stories. Let's say, hey, you're not alone. We may not have the same experience, but we have same pains. And especially as women, we need to stick together and say, yeah. I mean, we care about the men, don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? We are here for you. We're here. However we can help. We've been through similar pains or I don't know, suffering.
And see, Girl Ryan, the best thing to do is those 3 things.
Girl Ryan, I'm the same way. I don't
get dressed.
Actually,
Get dressed. That's the first baby step. Once you start getting dressed every day, put on your makeup, put lip gloss on, something that makes you feel better with getting dressed. That's the first step. The second step is getting out, leaving your house, even if it's to the store. Baby steps out. And then it becomes more normal again. But you have to force yourself to do it.
Do you know what, Misty? I haven't lost a child, but I got to tell you, and I spoke to a few people here, and well, Watcher actually, and I'm dealing with severe depression. It's very difficult, so I understand. We don't have to have the same reasons, but it's hard. You're right. To get dressed, to shower, get out of the house, do something different. I get it. I get how much it takes out of us to do it. But you're right. We need to start doing that.
And see, I did not realize that I was diagnosed with chronic anxiety and chronic depression until somebody gave me that name. And then it all made sense. Unfortunately, it was being in SecU.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
once I heard that and was able to admit it and educate myself on it, it was night and day of taking the appropriate steps, no matter what works for anybody else. It could, going fishing can work for one person and clear their mind. Another
Right.
person, depending on the severity as well, everybody copes differently. So it's whatever fits your individualized plan of care is what matters.
Absolutely. And I just know it through my own medical life. I didn't always follow the right things. I didn't always, or if I tried it, like you said, it's just difficult. And Guidance, you're aware that, like you said, and you look beautiful, you look wonderful, you look like you're moving past some things. It's amazing. And I have to admit, I'm in a place of just darkness, and I try my best. I do. And what works for you is not going to work for me. Yet I want to hear what worked for you, because you know what? You may say one thing out of 10 things, and I'll be like, fuck. Okay, yeah. All right, let me try.
It's a pass and fail. It's a pass and fail. You don't know until you do it. And if it fails, well, on to the next deck of cards.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I love Ryan, and I love everybody on here, and we're all gonna not always agree, and we have different experiences, and how we and especially I've noticed tonight how men and women, I mean, I've always known, but how the men and women deal with things completely differently when it comes to pain and grief and anxiety and depression. If you noticed on my panel, I noticed it. Not saying there's anything bad with the men. That being said, we were there for Ryan, who's a woman. They tried their best, but you can't just say, don't go to therapy, don't do this, don't do that, just whatever.
Right.
Go to the wilderness, except Watcher. She likes
Try.
So I think Watcher would be fine. Hey, Tron. I don't think Tron and I officially met. Hi, sweetheart.
Tron, Belvie, Tron. Now, basically, so what I wanted to do on this live was the ripple effect.
Okay, talk to me.
The ripple effect, like I was saying, was opening the door, smiling. That's why I went and work where I work, is because I was somebody's smile when I didn't want to continue living.
Yes.
When I got locked up in Baker Act was simply by saying that I wanted to be back with my mom. And, it wasn't court appointed. I did it myself. I put myself in there. But that was the best thing I could have done, was understand. And that's when I understood what I had and how to deal with it. But it took a lot of ups and downs. And this didn't work. This worked. This didn't work. This worked to make it work.
I'm so proud of you. For me, it's being a nurse and dealing with patients. That's what fulfills me. Going to work. That, like you just said, what did you find? I found fulfillment in helping others.
Yep. And I see Watcher. I see her as, it's her coping to laugh, but I also see that's hers in making others, is making others laugh and smile too. I see that as her.
I love Watcher. Listen, we have our things, but me and Watcher love each other. I do. I know we all have our coping mechanisms, and it's all different, and we support each other. We may not always agree, but that doesn't mean that we have to be like, "Arr," you know. And I love Watcher. I want her to be happy. She deserves to be fucking happy. She's a good human. She's a good woman. She's just
Yeah.
very loving and kind, and Watcher knows this. You know, she could get upset with me sometimes. But
I don't get upset. I get frustrated.
frustrated. Okay, she gets frustrated.
I know Tron is here because he misses me.
And that's okay. But Watcher knows that I do adore and love her and respect her. All I want is happiness for her, and because she's a good human, a good woman. Listen, there's a lot of people out there that are not good, Miss T, and you know that. I mean, guidance. I'm sorry, and I don't support that. But when you have somebody like Watcher and Arkansas and yourself, even Tron, I don't know you well enough yet, honey, but I have a funny feeling if you're on here, you're a beautiful human. I'm here to support. You know, I have a different personality, but I am here to support and love you and tell you you are amazing. That's it.
Okay, Tron. Let her
What are you
rip.
doing up this late, Tron? What the hell?
She's like, watch her.
Yeah,
like,
you're up
"Belvy,
late,
shut
Tron."
up. Hurry up, Tron.
He's
Nobody
getting
showed
close
up.
to-
I'm
Watcher.
poking
Nobody's-
in for a brief 5 minutes, Miss T, but I want to show pictures of last weekend.
Yes, sir. He went to Tennessee for his Star Wars. I've been watching your community poster. Looks like you had a blast.
Yes.
Are you
He
pulling
fucked
him up
around
to
and got
share, Tron?
married while he was there. He married Princess Leia and shit.
No,
Oh,
he
shit.
didn't. He's
Here we
not.
go.
Don't do me like that, girl.
Look
Aw.
at Tron.
I
Is that
love
your mom?
Wow. I love it.
R2D2, or is that his name?
Yeah,
Forget.
R2D2.
Okay, yeah.
Aw.
How
Hey,
cool.
that's what you call it? I don't know who that is. I'm lying, but anyway. Yep, I know who that is.
Lord
William
of the
Shatner.
Rings, Lord of the Flies.
William
What is his name?
William Shatner.
That's not no William Shatner. From the Lord of the Rings or the Game of
Chewbacca.
Thrones. or something.
Chewbacca. That's what Jim said. Jim said it was Chewbacca.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is
that's
that Princess Leia?
Oh man, Tron,
Smurfette. That's Smurfette.
did you take her out to dinner?
He better not have.
She matches your background.
Grabbing her hair
Wrong
like that.
down
I'll
her.
whoop you. I will fight you right now. Let go of her hair, damn it.
It looks like Tron's touching her boob.
I know he ain't got her hair, does he? Does he?
He's
Let
rubbing
it
his
go.
wrist on her
I'm
boob.
gonna fight him. I'll fight him.
Woo-hoo.
He got a little boobage going on there, Tron.
I see. I can't trust him to go nowhere.
Okay.
I wish.
Hey, you could have done it and just blamed it on your cerebral palsy. Like, I can't control my hand
Ooh.
movements. Sorry, lady.
Oh, check it out. That's what's up.
I'm surprised you didn't get a video of like the swoosh, Watcher's ghost picture.
If you come, if you
Like
if you
a-
show up with Jabba the Hutt, I'm gonna be freaking. I'm gonna be so impressed.
Oh, somebody
Look at
came down
that.
here with a full blown outfit of that. It was pretty cool. And Darth Vader. They do it every
It
year.
looks like he's got a big sack.
Probably does.
Oh, check it out.
Did y'all race and who won?
Did you try? You should have asked him for a race. That would have been cool.
Hit the nitrous, Tron.
Tron,
That's
that's
R2.
beautiful.
R2D2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
That's my
want to
buddy.
ride it. Can I ride
Oh my
it?
god. I thought he was finna. Is that an Ewok? Wait, no. Look, I'm still stuck way back in the only Star Wars I seen back in 1987 or some shit.
I always fell asleep during it. I'm gonna mute. 'cause
Now, what
Jeff's
is the
in there.
Ninja Turtles doing there?
Teenage
Why are they there?
Mutant
I
Ninja
was never
Turtle.
Star Wars. I was never into Star Wars, but
Well, how about Donatello, whatever the heck?
Michelangelo.
Donatello, Donatello. Oh my God! I can't.
Wait, who is these cats?
Donatello, you're crazy.
Ain't that his name? I'm thinking about Rontello, ain't I?
No, I don't know. It's like I think it's no, not Monatello. What is
Donatello.
Monatello.
Whoever the fuck
Donatello.
Atello-
Michelangelo.
Raphael.
Raphael, yeah.
Michelangelo, yes, the little youngins in my
Wait,
life
what is
love
that? What is that
It's a
creature right
change.
Is that a tulip bullhead? What is that?
Was this like a Comic-Con mix, Tron?
Am I looking
Yeah.
at that right? What is
I
that?
know
Who you gonna call? Go.
Austin St. John with the Power Rangers.
That looks like Sea Org with one of his masks on.
I know, right?
Oh, right.
I don't know what
It's
Sea Org
toilet
really
bowl
looks
head.
like.
You don't know what Sea Org looks like?
Oh, there you go.
No,
Kitty
I really
kitty.
don't know what Sea Org looks like. I really
How do
Let
you
me
do
see
it?
if I can get him to pop up.
How you do it,
Hold on.
Watcher?
Cute.
Hey, yeah, that what she said. If y'all listen, if y'all did not see VS Org the other night, I swear to God, y'all missed out. This is the best thing ever in life. I'm talking about. I laughed so freaking hard. I died. If y'all
Me
missed
too.
that, I hope she can show it to us or
I
something.
peed myself a little.
I
It's
swear,
tomorrow
I
Monday
laughed so
already.
freaking hard. Trying, don't be
I
cheating
slept
on me
all day today.
with these
I
hookers.
fell asleep to Warlike Wrath earlier, and I
You
heard him
wanna
saying
s-
something about Watcher of Crazy.
Oh, he's always talking about you and Nips. You want to see something really funny? He posted his very first video today, and it's fucking priceless.
Silence! Tron is trying to speak.
Is he?
No.
No,
Okay.
what is that? A kangaroo? It is a kangaroo. Okay.
What the actual
It's his
fuck?
video.
Oh, that's
Is
cool.
he chasing the kangaroo?
It looks like it, or a
No,
bird is.
The bird is dive bombing the kangaroo, and the kangaroo is running from the bird.
Mean bird.
That's me. I'm the bird running from the fucking kangaroo.
There's
No,
two birds.
Random dude.
Look at the guy with the dog running over to the side. Did you see that?
Yep.
they need to quit harassing the kangaroo, man.
And then
Okay, they're on that kangaroo's ass.
I just caught that guy dodging, like running over with the dog. That is freaking good.
I
But-
just really need to see VS Org, and that's all I need right now.
He
in my
said
life.
these birds chase the kids on the way to school too.
Hell no. Remember Watcher was talking about
Yep.
she don't like birds or something.
Yep, ghetto bird last attack. That's why I don't like them motherfuckers.
So that's the link I posted in chat. That is Sea Org's channel and his first video ever.
Please tell me you got VS Org. I can't get along with you if you don't got that.
What you? I don't have that. I just signed the
Why didn't
email.
you clip it? Why? I'm just playing.
I edited. I fucked up.
She was editing me being a meanie out.
I
I always
know.
fuck up. Who fucked up? I always fuck up.
Miss
I
T,
really
well,
wanted
I
y'all to
fucked
see
up.
that
I mean, I fucked up.
before Tron
was
left, but
I fuck up
fixing to
more
say
than
a whole
we
lot
two
of
put
stuff.
together. So
Well, that's because I don't have a channel. I just have a community page.
I did. And you call bitches out. I love it. You're like, you motherfuckers. I'm
Okay,
getting
I'm
it.
like, don't sit there and lie in a chat and say I didn't apologize when
You're
I
a
posted
tough
that
bitch.
apology 8 days ago.
I
Dumbass.
love it. I love it. No doubt. And guess what? I'm gonna hurt tomorrow for doing this. I can't even beat.
did you get a
anybody.
haircut, Tron?
It looks
Yeah,
good. You're
see that.
styling.
I adore
Yeah,
you, Tron. I'm
Jane.
so glad to meet you. I've heard about you.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Wait. Do I follow him? Is there a channel or something I could follow?
The
Yes.
legendary Tron.
Let me find it.
Thank you.
Hey,
I got it.
Tron, I think this would work for Belle. Can you put your go-to? I want
Oh,
to see her
go-to.
face.
What's your go-to, baby?
You know what I'm talking about. That makes
Yeah, y'all
everybody
don't be
quiet.
doing no secret stuff. Oh yeah,
Are
do
you
it,
eat-
do
are
it, do
you
it.
eating the peach, baby? Are you eating the peach? Let's
No,
talk
No,
about
do it,
eating the
Tron, do
peach.
it.
No, he sucks that straw though.
Oh, okay. Am I being too sexual? Okay.
Oh
I'll
no,
stop.
just have him
How
suck it.
that's probably why Belle never got it when I said that. That's that
What'd
before in
you
her
say,
chat if she never
Arkansas?
saw
I'm
him.
sorry, my love. What'd you say?
I silence. No, I'm just playing.
She has.
It-
She doesn't know. So
I know she don't know, does she? I didn't know that.
No, I don't know anything.
I guess not.
Listen, he might be great with his tongue. I want to know.
Do it, Tron. Do
put
it.
it in back chat, Ark, because
Oh.
Belle's.
Tron.
Belle
Listen,
can have
I
it.
know Watcher can do it.
Oh no, this makes everybody listen.
Oh, I'll
He
listen.
has got it down. Except for this
I'm
last
listening.
time I heard it, it sounded like he had too much Star Wars.
Okay,
Yeah, he had
I
some reverb.
I need to go here because I wanna I'm gonna go on your panel. I mean your chat guidance, and I wanna get his link though.
I put it in back chat
It's in
for
back
you.
chat.
Thank you. Oh, back chat. Hold on, guys. Back chat. Oh, I'm all fucked up with this shit.
If
If
not, I
Tron-
can text it to you too.
If Tron don't do the daggum silent, I'm just playing.
So
I've been-
I keep getting questions this evening. That's too funny about if I'm okay because I've been quiet today. Yeah, I ate too many edibles last night. So I'm just kind of mellowed out today.
That's okay.
I'm
fixing
having a freaking headache from hell on this knot again. Like it's still there. Everything else is going away. That knot's still there. It's
You're
giving me
looking a
hell.
lot better though.
I know, but it is giving me hell today. I don't know. God dang it! I wish this stuff would go away. I have a job interview Tuesday. If my eyes not fully cleared up, I don't know how to cover it. I can't make it.
Concealer. You can't hear it?
It didn't work
Put a Band-Aid over it.
Do you want to pop down and come back up?
over my eye.
Yeah, put a patch on it. Tell them you went camping and fucking got whipped
Silence.
by a branch.
Jesus, Tron is
Shit.
trying to speak.
Hold on.
Ah! Now she's gone.
She's not on panel.
What the hell?
Hold on. She's coming back up.
Damn it!
Hang on, Tron.
Oh, he's like, I've only got 5 minutes. He's gonna start cussing us out.
BTW in close to monetation 3,399. So, anyway, I need to head off because my night staff. Love you all.
Do it one more time, Tron.
Tomorrow night.
Wait, just say that before you go. One more time.
She can't hear us. Belle, can you hear us?
Damn it!
Yeah.
If you can hear us, stay up here for 1 second.
Okay,
it,
Tron.
Tron.
Do it.
She can't hear us. Never mind.
Oh,
Fucking
never
damn
mind.
it!
We'll have
We
to
love
play
you,
it back
Tron.
and
We'll
show
see you
her.
mañanas,
Love you,
homies.
Tron.
Love you long time.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Yeah, they're telling you it's time to go. I see it.
Say I'm coming, woman. Oh, I'm sorry.
Good night, Tron. We
Gonna
love
get his ass a
Tron.
whooping. The caretaker gonna whoop his ass.
So that's my main thing is finding your purpose and finding what makes you happy. And mine is making others smile and happy.
Yeah.
And working on that purpose helps me. Sometimes people are better at being a giver than a taker.
Mhm.
And I've always been that way. But I've also learned it's harder to give when you don't take back too. Can we hear you? No? Restart? And log back in?
I'm glad it's not me tonight.
It's not me. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
I could always change that. Oh,
Well,
thank you, Cut and Shoe. You did
that's
too.
where you hit the pink. Go with the pink. Remember the other night?
I'm on red. I'm on
Are you?
red.
Some people are so nice. I feel like I don't deserve it sometimes. Recently,
Now the colors won't move.
they were
Well,
so nice. It's like I don't deserve that. Or why are people being nice? Like they don't know me.
Oh, it's unplugged.
What's
I
unplugged
think-
your bar?
her condenser thing. Probably
That's
a
why-
good thing it's unplugged.
Yeah, that's why you sound good. No, I'm just playing.
Listen here, motherfuckers.
But you do deserve it. I mean, well, let me put it like this. When I know for me, if I do something for someone else, it's because I feel moved in my heart to do it. I want to do it. And I know that there is a blessing out there with my name on it because I'm doing it. So I don't do it with the intention to get the blessing. I just know the principle of sowing and reaping. And
Right.
so when God puts it on my heart to do something, I do it. I listen, I pay attention because I've been in the position where I've been in need and somebody has listened to that same prompting, and there's some times where God, he gives me some crazy stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean you want me? Are you kidding me? And I've learned to just go, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I mean, to a point where, you get a number dropped in your head of $124.16, and you send it to somebody you don't know, and you say, hey, God told me to send you this money. And they go, oh my God, how did you know that's what I needed to keep my lights on? So I just take it as when people do things for other people, it's because it's been put on their heart to do it. And to not accept is to cut their blessing short. Don't cut their blessing short.
If they knew what the receiver felt on the other end, they probably, I wish they could see it. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
gratitude and the just overwhelming, just because somebody would care enough or something, if that makes sense. Or
Yeah.
when you really, really need it or whatever, just the fact that people that you would think should come through for you don't, of course. No, I'm just playing. I don't think
Right.
there ain't really nobody in that situation, but yeah, that's normally how it goes. But then for somebody like that, it's so heartwarming to me. I don't know. Like I said, when me and my daughter went to the drive-thru and somebody paid for our meal in front of us, just because
Yeah.
it meant, we've remembered that forever. Like, it meant so much. It was just
Mhm.
so touching to us for some reason. Just the small things. I guess, I don't know.
Well, and I think it's because it's been so ingrained into our society to look for some big thing, some big event, that people just automatically assume great memories with great big things. And myself, I grew up like that. Like, I was a spoiled little shit. And so when I became an adult and had to go out into the real world, and I realized that 9 times out of 10, the greatest things are not the grandest things.
Yeah.
No, that's
They're
what I'm
not-
saying. The smallest things to me
yeah,
matter because I don't, see a lot of
it
whatever.
was a
I don't know.
huge, yeah, it was a
Hello,
huge
Cotton
wake-up call
Shoot.
for me.
Hey,
I don't
Belle.
see a lot of that. So then when it comes there, it's
Welcome
like
in.
means the world to you or something. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
trying
Working now.
And so now I take any opportunity, like, I mean, any opportunity that I have to do something, it's got to be put on my heart. I've got to have peace about it. And then I do it. And I don't do it with the expectation of that person doing anything for me in return. Period. They don't even have to acknowledge it. I don't give a shit. I did it
That's
because I wanted to.
that's a big point. Give without expecting and do everything in life with no expectations.
Exactly. Arkansas, so I was going to tell you, my mom, bless her heart, although she had Alzheimer's, she was a smart cookie. She used to tell me all the time, if it's free and don't give you diarrhea, take it.
There you go. I love that.
Words
It's
of
free
wisdom.
and don't give you diarrhea.
That's right.
Lord have mercy.
Amen. Amen.
I love that one.
All I'm going to say is I'm realizing that more and more people are full of shit.
Are you hinting at something, Bellevue? Are you trying to say I'm full of shit?
Absolutely. Cut and shoot is.
Bitch, I'm about to go to my community page.
Or are you talking about me? I'm full of shit lately. I'm untrustworthy, full of shit.
I'm constipated. No, I'm
That's
teasing,
okay. I'm
guys.
taking over
teasing, I'm
YouTube
teasing.
channel.
Turtlehead?
No, I'm saying outside of our, and I'm going to say little group, but yet it's kind of a bigger group, and we're starting to learn each other and trust each other and respect each other. That most people, listen, majority, there's so many people in the world, right? Most of them are full of shit. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying all of
Where
us.
did that
I'm just
even
saying
come
people in
from, lady?
general.
Okay.
Oh, That was
We were
random.
having such a feng shui
We were
conversation.
talking about free stuff not giving you diarrhea, and you just
Oh,
randomly pop up with that.
Well, it's because I
Evil
couldn't hear
Gamer.
anything. So I just made my own storyline, people. We know how Belby is. I just made
Yeah,
my
we
own
know
Hey,
storyline.
Arizona Traveler.
you missed a very important message we had for you.
Yes,
Bad behavior.
Tron. What happened with Tron? Where did he go?
He has to
He had to
go.
go
His
to
bed.
caretaker has to put him
I'm
to bed.
sorry.
Yeah. Whenever his background starts to flicker and you see somebody come through it, that's when you know it's his time to go to bed.
Oh, okay. No, I was having trouble getting volume. I'm not sure why. I couldn't hear a fucking thing at all, guys.
Well,
So I had to
we'll
put my
make sure
earpods in.
we're gonna have to make sure we'll get him a link and have him do it because I want to see your face when he does it.
What does he do though? Like, can you give me an idea, or it's just a surprise?
It's
No,
a
I think you
surprise.
should just rewind the stream just a little bit while you fell off and just listen to it.
Oh,
because
sure. Okay, I could do that.
That way you'll
Okay.
know why I do it when I do it in your chat, and you'll understand.
Well, I just wanted to pop up and tell Arkansas that she deserves anything given to her. It's
As
clearly
long as it
she's
don't
been a
make me
good
poop.
person to other people.
Yep.
And when you're good to other people, people are good to you. So
I
Oh,
co-sign
thank
that
you
note.
so much.
Amen. I love you,
And we love
Cut
you.
and Shoot. You're an amazing person, an amazing friend. I love you. Hello,
Love
Evil
you.
Gamer. Yep. No,
Love you,
my Cut and
Watcher.
Shoot. My
Belle
Cut and
thinks this
Shoot
is her
is
show.
great. Mhm.
Okay. He's a natural.
You know me and my
She
big
is.
mouth. Come on, Cut and Shoot.
Yeah, all right. Miss T, thanks for having me up.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And it's always a pleasure. And anybody that has any misconceptions on you are completely fucking wrong.
Amen.
Because
They're
Thank
fucking
you.
nuts.
just because somebody thinks something does not mean that is the Bible. And I go by how somebody is towards me and my
Yep.
relationships with them, not by what somebody else assumes without having 100% proof. So I was actually coming up with a shirt that said receipts or KAFO. Cunt around to find out.
Oh, I don't like that fuck around and find out shit, but somebody
No,
said
cunt.
something about me recently.
Cunt.
Show the
Cunt
receipts.
around and find out. I'm
Cunt is
doing
with
my
a C.
own.
No, I'm just playing.
KAFO for Miss Cunt.
Oh, cunt around and find. Oh, I'm behind that 1,000%.
But-
Let's make a guinea. Let's make a tea for a woman.
The way
I'm in.
the person makes someone feel says a lot about them. You know what I mean?
They're
So,
pieces of
let's
shit.
see, does this person make me feel good about myself, or does this person make me
Insecure.
feel like shit? Well, if we're talking about people versus this person, then somebody comes up here and tries to make you feel good, or somebody comes up here and trash talks you. I'm just saying.
Nobody knows cut and shoot like we do, and go fuck the other motherfuckers because I could get 2 rats
How a
asses
person
right
makes
now.
you feel. So there's
Well,
that.
I try to be a good person. I have my moments like everybody else, but
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Trust me.
We all do.
You already know. Oh look.
Oh, yeah, I've
somebody
already been at the receiving end.
has posted about me. I haven't said their name or anything. They've already posted about me.
well, you gotta quit looking at that mess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
No,
never
it was
did.
just sent to me. I'm sorry, but
Oh, okay.
I ain't
Well,
upset
tell
over
your
it.
friends and people that care for you to stop sending you shit like that.
And for clarification on any of this bullshit of me being friends with Cut and Shoot, this was way before the men's drama. We have nothing to do with the men's drama.
No.
They can cunt around and find out with each other. Our friendship started back a long time ago, and we
Last summer.
made a pact that we would not get involved with their bullshit. And so we talk about mental health, like what the panelists today, her and I, this is what our conversations are off air, not the YouTube drama. So assume what you want. That's your own right space in your mind.
That's right.
Because that's not what the truth is. And I stand behind the truth. And that's why I want to do bring receipts or KAFO.
Yep.
They don't have receipts, so
Do you
I
know
just
what?
wanna know, can you take over my community page, Cut and Shoot?
I caused enough problems for myself with my own page. I'd hate to bring
I
that
just
trouble
have to
down
say
on you.
something though. Yeah, there's an asshole or a couple of assholes out there that happens now or yesterday or whenever. We guidance nor I say a word. We're not talking about anybody. And there's people who are so fucking obsessed with us that it blows my mind that you're being restrained right now. And it's the voices of us. And it's just like, why? Like, get a fucking life.
Well, why acknowledge idiots though? That's why. Because
No. I'm just saying though. It's like, why though? It's not acknowledging.
miserable
it's like,
people-
but why, honey? I mean, come on, 2 months.
Miserable
I haven't even
people.
acknowledged anybody. Guidance don't acknowledge anybody. And there's people who are psychiatrically fucking fucked up and talking about everybody else. Are you kidding
Well, we
me?
talked about this earlier, Belle, that when you don't acknowledge them, then they want your attention still.
That's
So
true.
eventually, if you keep
Remember what
ignoring it, they'll eventually get bored with you and move on to the next person.
Remember
been
what I
2 months.
texted you?
2 months, honey. 2 months.
I know,
It's
but they
been 2
go in a
months.
rotation. You haven't noticed that? They have a rotation that they go around, and they go on down the line, and eventually they come back around to you,
You're right. They're
and you just
pathetic.
keep on ignoring them.
it's funny
Keep
how
on doing their thing.
it's funny how I never see any of the stuff that anybody's ever talking about because I don't go to them places and I don't look at these people and I don't. Pay
No,
attention
me
to
neither.
these folks.
People send it, which
I
I
know,
Yeah,
don't.
they
I
should
want to
not.
know.
Instigating.
They send it to us, but you just gotta,
Yeah.
you still gotta learn to pick and choose what's important to you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't fighting nobody. I just think it's fucking pathetic. True statement. I'll never say anybody's name. I just think it's pathetic.
Right. Well, you stay on people's minds.
Well, like I told you, you
Yes,
have
my
a choice
love.
to have it as your rental space, not theirs. If we take up their rental space and if you have haters, you're not doing anything right. You're doing something right if you have the haters.
Amen, sister. And I'll
Yes.
take my haters every motherfucking day because every
Love you
fucking
too, Dilf.
sub, right?
And
You
in the
get
words
subs,
of Ernie
I
Shell,
get subs. Cut
keep
and
your
Shoot
name
gets
out my mouth.
subs. Watcher, articles, we all get subs. We get followers. That's all that matters to me. Whether
No, I
it's
call 'em-
good or indifferent.
I don't
could
call them
give 2
subs or
fucks.
followers. I don't call them subs or followers. I call them my friends.
Your friends, okay, your friends, your love, whatever, your love language. I'm just saying. I don't know what they are to me. Some are love, some are sexual, some are like, hey, hey, I'll see you around. Whatever they are, we are a community. Our community comes together and they realize the assholes, and then they realize us, who's wonderful.
Our family.
I prefer being the whole
I got my
ass.
brother, my sisters with me, right? Oh, look at
I,
this.
I
It looks
don't
so
like
fat.
being an asshole. I like being the whole ass.
Booty,
There's
booty,
a lot
booty,
of-
booty rocking everywhere. Booty,
That's
booty,
right.
booty, booty rocking everywhere.
I think I'd rather be an asshole.
Everywhere, rocking everywhere. Yep.
Watcher, you're being too generous by
Let me
giving
make
your
you clap.
ass.
Oh, Tennessee Dilf, I have to be
I love you.
complimented right now because you're in my chat and not in Lookner's.
Wait, where's Dilfy at? I don't see him.
Hey,
right here.
Delcy.
Oh, I
No,
stood up.
Dilf.
I stuck
Dilf.
up for you, Tennessee Gambler, the other day in my chat.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
He's a good
Oh, that
guy.
was also talked about, but we won't go there anyway.
What?
Uh-oh.
About how ever since the stuff went down, they ain't seen him. Something like that. There. Bye.
Oh,
The
that was
end.
talked
For
about
who,
last night.
honey?
The end.
What,
What was that last night?
No, on a phone call.
Oh, well, he's
But wait,
got
who are you
family
talking
issues.
about? I'm confused.
I know that, and I said that too. I'm sorry.
Talk about
I'm not
something.
talking about nothing. I ain't talking about nothing.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why I
no
shouldn't have even
worries.
said
I
it.
can
Sorry.
be confused. Don't worry, I'm confused all
I was
the
just
time.
saying, people was asking about him as well. Asking about him. They ain't seen him or something.
There's a lot of people, a lot of hymns who are assholes.
Hey, Tennessee Gambler, Dilf, I'm going
You
to
could
need
pick
you to
through
put on
20.
some Speedos before you go walking. And I'm going to need you to get your camera with your little tripod thingy so we can see you as you strut your stuff through the neighborhood watch?
Dang,
Is he
yeah, be
still-
careful for
Is he
bears.
still neighborhood watching out there still?
Yeah.
Also, I talked to Dolly Vision to ask him to highlight that too prior to going into Summer's Day on June 15th to highlight what happened in your neighborhood. He's got quite a large following. He gave
I
me
agree,
a thumbs up
C12.
to it this morning.
All right, I'm gonna hop down, okay? Thank you
Thank
again, Miss
you.
T.
All right.
Bye.
Have
Yeah,
a-
bye.
Love
lady.
you, cut and shoot.
Love you.
My little sweetheart. I love
Love
her.
you long time. Love you long time.
She
Cutting Shoe.
scares me, but she's my little sweetheart. She's my little sweetheart, but I'm a scared.
My little
I'd like to do some
pony,
pudding
my
wrestling
little
with it.
pony.
Just saying.
We could do some chocolate pudding wrestling.
She was on a plane to New York one time, and I was like, "Oh shit, girl." Okay.
You's about ready to go run and hide.
Oh fuck yeah. No, I mean I would have went face to face, but I would have been like this. I'd have been like, "Okay, this is me. Go ahead, take
You'd
your
have been like,
best
please
shot."
don't hit me. Please don't hit
I
me.
would have been like, "Take your best shot."
Don't
because
mess up my
I'm gonna
face.
fall over. All she had to go is like this, ding, and I would have been like, "Oh,
Boop.
ow, I hurt my head." That would have been like,
God
ding.
damn, knock yourself out.
I would have been, yeah, I would have been out. So cut and shoot knows. I ain't listen. I ain't. What is it called? Wait,
I ain't
what do they
scared.
call it these days? Not
I
a
ain't- I
faker,
ain't
not a
scared.
phony. I'm not
You ain't a
a.
fool. You ain't a fool.
No, there's a word they use these days. I'm
Squat
not a.
posse.
Sucker for love, that's trick.
No, I don't know what it is, but
Just
I
playing.
admit it. Listen,
You ain't
you
no
could
dick
kick
in the
my
booty
ass.
ass, mofo.
I don't know what the word is, but it's true.
I'm sorry,
It can
Miss
happen.
T. My language is terrible. So sorry.
I really wanted to say what I really wanted to say, but I didn't say it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern?
As long as you didn't say what you didn't want to say and want to say and all that good stuff. Whatever you said.
No,
didn't
there's
say.
a word, but I don't know what it is right now, but it's okay. We don't need to
Hey.
listen. It is 12 o'clock my time. I mean almost 1 a.m.
Good
So
night.
she told me to like fucking go to bed. She's like, get the fuck off and go to bed. Good night.
Yeehaw. I
Y'all
think my
some-
thing is
I wanna
frozen. Miss
Y'all
T's
some
frozen.
snorting. Y'all some
Cutting.
snorting heifers.
I was supposed to say cut and snort. Cut and shoot is
No,
still
you-
on here.
No, she's not. Your stuff is frozen.
No, cut and shoot is left the building.
Well, I still see her on stage right.
That's because your stuff is froze.
C12, yeah, Delph
You're
actually
crazy.
told me, and C12, you might have some insight on this, is I never
Insight?
heard of Dudley Ajon driving a red Xterra. Am I wrong, C12?
What?
Honey,
never-
I'm getting down in your chat because I got to see what's happening, but I keep getting some music video.
Hmm.
Oh, look at me. We hear my big mouth as usual. Hello, Leanne.
Yeah, rewind it and listen to Tron. He's got special message.
Silence. Tron
I will,
is
honey.
trying
Thank
to
you.
speak.
I do that all the time on her panel, but she don't never
Y'all, he
understand.
looks so happy in his pictures. That was so
He
cute.
does.
Me, cut and shoot me? I
No,
mean,
no.
Arkansas me?
No, when I'm on your panel, I do that all the time. I didn't know that you didn't realize why I was doing it. Probably.
Doing what?
What?
Silence.
I never realized what I do, girl.
Tron
You,
has.
don't-
I told you you have to rewind and listen to it. What Tron had.
Oh, I will. Yes. Okay. I will. So I have no clue. Listen, don't never take offense because Belvy doesn't even know what the fuck she's doing on fucking live. So
No,
don't
I'm
take
not saying-
offense.
I just didn't know that you didn't know.
You know I
about it.
love you.
God, my head, y'all, is so freaking hurting so bad. God, I wish it would stop.
Why? What's the matter, my honey? Hello,
That-
Leanne. Yep.
That knot, I still got a knot that just freaking aches me.
Aw, honey, I seen that. I'm so sorry.
That's the only thing left. I don't know why I still have a knot right
Nothing
there.
compares.
Freaking-
Hello to you. Mm-hmm. No, I'm very sorry. It's not. I don't like it.
I
That's all
keep
I'm
putting
gonna say.
ice and stuff on it. It just hurts like hell. I don't know what the heck. to
Sure,
do.
honey.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, C12 was asking me to repeat that. I found out from Dilf that Dudley was driving a red Xterra.
Oh,
Well, where'd he get that
And
from?
because he lives where they were working.
yeah.
He lives
I
in that
thought
complex. You
I
know
thought
where
Doug. I thought
Bullhorn?
he was riding with Don though. Was he not?
No. After Don ran off of that
Oh, okay.
place where they were
Yeah.
building, that's where he lived
Yeah.
because he was walking Luna as they were yelling at Don and Candace
Right.
in front of the work that day.
Right.
Now, he told me he remembered him specifically because, oh, that was that jackass that took them there because he remembered everybody. And then he obviously remembered the worker that took him there.
Right.
And then it stuck in his mind because he saw him going 60 through that complex with a bass as loud as shit. His Xterra was red at that point.
So he didn't have a yellow whatever.
Unless he got it painted because his last interview on Shares, he had a black Denali. Nobody's ever mentioned that red fucking Xterra.
No, because I thought he had a yellow something. But anyway.
He did, but he might have painted it.
Well,
Hey.
that would be fast painting, wouldn't it?
Dilf told me that. It was what? One night I was on the phone with him for a hot minute and he told me that. And he didn't realize that a red truck was a significant thing about the case for a hot minute. And he didn't even realize what he was saying when I was like, wait, what?
Well, he could have been
Get
his
the
wife.
cash out.
Please, rent's due.
I don't think he was involved.
Joking.
I don't know.
He
To be honest, I don't know what I think. Hell, there's so many players in that damn circle.
you know,
it could be-
I didn't think he was involved until he was on Shares Live and he was not sober. And he made me have so many more questions than when I was content with his interview with Bullhorn and MGL.
That is what made the whole case so fucking complicated right now. Probably why it's not solved, because there's so many players around this circle of people that are all crooks and criminals and shady, and it could be so many people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because they surrounded themselves with so much bullshit that
that's
it's
my
just-
point.
It goes
See,
out in
12
every different direction. It could be the freaking neighbors, the damn everybody. Everybody's a suspect because
Right.
they're all shady.
But Dudley was also making a huge ass of himself, saying that Don didn't pay me this, Don didn't pay me that, all this bullshit, right? Well, to find out that he had a red Xterra, who knows if it was the yellow one being painted on top of the black Denali, then it turned into also Dilf remembered him specifically because he would be driving like that as kids were going to school. And of course, his kids were going to school at that time. So then he would always remember it was that jackass coming through, driving like a jackass, and there's kids walking on their way to school because the school's right there. And him bitching about Don owing him so much money, once they run off Don, he scooped up all of his work after. And that's why Dilf remembered him so well. Does that make sense?
Yes, I was muted. Sorry.
Because then he remembered, oh, that's that jackass that brought them here. And he didn't even think of the red car being of significance. And I was like, I never heard of him having a red fucking truck.
Guidance. I'm gonna leave right now. I'm gonna jump over to LC.
Okay.
I apologize. I don't know what this conversation is about. I love you. I adore you.
Thank you.
I
Love
support
you too.
you. And I don't know what we got into here, so I'm sorry. I don't want to fuck up anything.
Oh no, you're good. If C12 was asking, one of the subs that's also part of my Summer Wells case, I cover missing kids. and she went
Okay,
missing
honey.
she was 5, and her 2-year anniversary of missing will be June 15th. I went to her vigil in Tennessee last June 15th. But when I was talking to Tennessee Gambler on the phone, he dropped those informations that nobody knew about.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
You don't need to explain. Listen, I support you. I love you. I
Thank you.
adore you. I don't want to be here when I don't know things and I can't contribute.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your support of me. I always, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I support guidance. Miss T, cut and shoot. I support you all. Okay. And Arkansas, you know, I support you. But I love you and I appreciate everything, the friendship and the love. And I don't want you to feel like I'm just dipping out. It's just that
No.
I feel like I can't
Relate.
give anything to this conversation and I feel bad. And I'm
Oh.
sorry. That's all.
Don't
We
be
love
sorry.
you. We
You're okay.
support you. And do your Irish goodbye. Love you. Bye-bye.
Now go tell everybody I said hi and tell them to come over, hit the like, and then go back.
I will. You bet it. I'm going over to LC. I'm going to say,
Yeah.
everybody hit Guidance's live. You
X
bet
is
it,
in
my
chat.
love.
All right.
I love you, sweetheart.
you.
Have a wonderful night, Arkansas.
You too,
I don't know
thank
what
you.
happened to Watcher, but have a wonderful night.
She's in chat.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay, love you all, guys. Guidance.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
You are
Godsend.
too.
Thank you, my love.
Have a good
Okay,
night.
have a good night. You as well, sweetheart.
He was fired by Don on June 14th, but once Don ran off out of that neighborhood, he scooped up all of the work and all of the crown molding for that whole complex. It said I used it too much. What are you talking about? What did you use too much?
Her internet.
That's a scary question to ask, Watcher.
Her internet.
Oh, she's at her.
Her beam flicker. No, I'm just playing. Joking.
That's what I'm saying.
No. She said her internet said she used it too much. It's not
I love
cooperating.
you long time.
Me love you long time. Oh, this my brain. I want to go get something, see if I could take something for freak. The brain. Are you frozen up? Or are you just okay, never mind.
Oh no, I was reading a text.
Scared me.
But yeah. So C12, what do you think about that? Because I've had some weeks to digest it, and that's when I was going to go live about it, but I just haven't been able to. And
Oh my god, I can see what you're what you're highlighting in the
Yeah.
back chat.
yeah.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Has that
I
always
haven't
been
done
like
any
that?
new readings on her.
Cool.
Yeah. It's different if you're on the computer versus your phone, but if you have the chat open versus a private chat, like if you have the private chat open,
Yeah.
you don't see it. If you have the regular chat open, then you can see it.
I've never noticed that ever before until now. But yeah, sorry, I'm easily amused, like ADD.
No, I have not done any readings on her. I try to stream away from doing readings on cases that I already know too much about because I don't want anything to interfere with it, if that makes sense. And I've been wanting to like recover my cold reading on the killer. On when I did the cold reading on Brian Koberger. Are you there?
Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Oh yeah, most definitely they know. And JLR is on their ass. He knows exactly every move they make. I think it was like the Huntington Suites or something that they were last in Arkansas. But fully, like, I don't know why, it just hit me wrong when I was thinking about, holy shit, he had a red Xterra. And then he went up and scooped all of the work that Don lost once he got ran out of that neighborhood and complex. But yet, bitch about what he's owed. How weird is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything that surrounds their whole everything
Oh.
is weird. So
C12, the reading was before Brian was even caught. This was November 26th. I did a cold reading. I like to do energy readings on the psyche. I tend to tap in best with the killer psyche and do readings on them and the energy. And it's been pretty damn close. The Delphi, I have never publicly done any readings on because I believe there's demonic possessions with that one, 100%. Anytime I go close to doing readings on that, there's a lot of spiritual attacks with that. But with Brian, this was before he was even arrested. A whole month before. Which was kind of freaky.
So what was that whole thing about? What was the
Sorry?
federal? What was the indictment about? Does that make it to where he don't have to go? I mean, what was that purpose in that when he was already
See,
arrested
I'm
for
glad.
it? What is the purpose of that?
C12, I'm glad you brought up that point because that was another red flag to me. The red Xterra, and then he's going on about Don owing him money, but then he goes and scoops up all the jobs, which I don't know if Don even knows. The indictment stops from a preliminary hearing. So basically, right before they went to have the preliminary hearing, they hit them with indictment of the grand jury. So that skips that, and so he goes to straight full on trial on October 2nd. So that's why they're going deeper into like the Snapchat and everything like that, is to get into the psyche of the motive. Yeah. Yeah, I don't touch that one because every time it's been a spiritual attack, and it's been I was a part of 11 tarot in the very beginning. And she did a reading on the Delphi. And I'm all about energy. So when I had no idea. I do best readings on cases when they're cold readings. I've never ever heard about that work before on anyone's channel. Nobody. I don't think anybody knows about it. I'm only fortunate because Dill Flip's there. Ark, have you ever heard about? You just heard, like, the only thing that we've heard is he ran back to Arkansas.
Who you
Right?
talk about, Don?
Is he Arkansas or Louisiana? No.
Or the other
Dudley.
guy? Oh, I didn't hear about him ever going to Arkansas. No, not there.
Where does he live? I'm drawing a blank.
I'm not sure. You might be right when you said. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's Arkansas. I don't know though. I mean, I've never heard that because I would have probably paid attention since it was Arkansas. I know about Don and Candace being in Arkansas, but not Dudley that I know of. Anyway, I might be wrong.
Yeah, he came through, scooped up all the work after Don was drove out, and in his red Xterra blasting. No, was it Indiana? It might have been Louisiana.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
Dudley.
got a Cajun sounding name.
Yeah. But
I
he
think
lived
it might be
somewhere.
Louisiana too or something. I don't know. I might be wrong.
It was somewhere close that he was technically living. I cannot remember to save my life. But last I knew is he moved over and left. So
Now I think I heard about the work stuff and all that, but I don't know. I mean, the red vehicle, no. But
shit. Uh-oh.
what?
Elsie's chat.
What's
I'm
wrong?
keeping an eye on it. They're talking about X and Bellevue and all that. Oh, New Orleans? New Orleans? It could have been New Orleans. But I want to say he was living somewhere with his wife and now he's divorced and all gone and methed out again. No, not Don. Don I know from Utah. Yes, those houses is where Dilf lives. One of my subs. The one that helps me host every Friday night with the trivia. He was walking the dogs when they searched those houses. The precious little Luna.
Speaking of, my dog is giving me a growls that I need to take him outside now. So I'm going to go do that.
Huh? Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. And thank y'all for everything, chat and peoples of the chat. Peoples of the chat. I'm so, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Oh.
I
it's
love you
Sunday.
guys for real. Thank you for it's been wonderful and I appreciate every one of you.
We love you.
Look at this poor little doggy being a little punk. You gotta see his
you're
sad
on the
little
right
face.
case.
Little sad face. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about this dog now.
Aw.
Don't he's trying to look at me all sad. I was show everybody how you're acting. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna stop distracting you from
You're good.
what you're doing. I'm trying to get his little bad tail over there.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he says, I'm ready for bed. Come on, Mom. Let's lay down.
Jax. His name's Jax. Jax.
He says, yes.
Oh, he didn't
I'm ready
give
to
up
go
now.
sleep.
You done sit down. Well, cool.
His
I
little
ain't got to take
ears.
you. I want to go out in the scooters. No way.
He
Uh-oh.
says, now I'm just going to scoot up and make it look cute.
He's
So then
scooching.
you'll...
Little punk. Okay. Anyway, I
Watcher
just
says, love you, Saucy.
love you too. Thank you, love. Y'all have a good one. Let me get off here.
You
And,
too. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you, ma'am. I love y'all.
Love you. And so that's where we start. Your ripple effect can go a far way. And Carol H, no, you were correct. We were under the Summer Wells case. You're thinking of Don. I was talking about the person he fired the day before she went missing. And I honestly think that she went missing the day before that, before they actually announced her missing, a while before that. But nobody has ever mentioned, they've always mentioned his yellow Xterra that is in the background of Summer Dancing, or his black Denali. Nobody has ever mentioned the red Xterra. And Tennessee Gambler told me, yeah, that dickhead, I remember him. He showed them where to go and blah, 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 because he was outside with Luna. He remembered exactly what they looked like. He remembered him. And he would go blaring through the neighborhood 60 miles an hour during school time, or like his music system was super amped up. But no one ever mentioned that, nor the work of post Don being kicked out, like ran off. He's picked up all of that. Yes, nothing compares. Summer Wells. This is her. She is my angel. She went missing at 5. She would be 7 now. And I started contemplating, because I cannot make Summer's Day this year. Last year, I was a part of putting on the vigil. And since I can't make it this year, I'm thinking about trying to reinforce and work with other creators that I met during her last vigil. That instead of like the ones that aren't so local, we have our own Summer's Day since it's so close to Missing Child's Day. I heard somebody bring up that idea and I thought it was a great idea and kind of want to follow along with it. And I think it was Squaltit that said it today, but where we all have our own Summer's Day on June 15th in awareness. So on that note, we'll go over to LC's. I got to go to bed, so I'll listen as I'm falling asleep. Much love and blessings to all of you. Do never forget that your ripples do matter. Whether it's a smile, opening the door, paying it forward, paying somebody that's behind you, doesn't matter. Picking something off the ground. That smile might keep somebody going. Because that's all it took for me was a smile and a pat in the back or a comfort. Just some form of kindness goes a long way. So, as I always say, don't forget to smile or be somebody's smile. And hit the Cash App. Love y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed night. And until then, I'll see you on these streets. Crazy streets of YouTube.